I'm just a white girl who wanted to offend the black community, so I got some braids. I just want to be black so bad. Will y'all accept me? Okay, you were probably genuine about this question, but I'm an asshole, so. Yes, I'm black. I don't know why I did this, but. Yes, I'm black. Like, what the. Take me to the king.
Am I the only person who watched this and I got real uncomfortable? I was like, oh, girl, you're scaring the children. Please knock it off. Stop that, please. Right now. Hot. Because, like, what? I'm so lost because clearly I don't know what this woman is. She look like maybe she part Asian, part, I don't know. Whatever she is, she don't look black. And then this the other thing. She don't even look part black. Like, it'd be wild enough when it be somebody who's clearly half black saying stuff like this. Like, okay, like if Zendaya says she black or something, clearly she not black. We all looking at it, but it's like, okay, at least she's half black. Who is this? Huh? Like what? I'm flabbergasted. And the craziest thing is there are gonna be people in the comments like, Flower Tower, you haven't seen her family tree. How can you sit here and say that she's not black? Like, what are we all not sitting here like? I'm confused. So basically in 2024, all you have to do to be black is get some braids. So you telling me a non-black person can get some braids and then suddenly they black and I'm supposed to sit here and I'm supposed to take this serious? Like, that's what you telling me? Now, this is my thing, okay? Because on one hand, you got to hold these people accountable, but on the other hand, you got to hold black people accountable for entertaining this nonsense, okay? Because the person whose comment she is responding to was a black person, and they commented saying, oh, like, the braids are throwing me off. Are you black? Why would you even ask her if she black? Why would you even, like, clearly you know she not black. You looked at her and you saw she was not black, right? But you gonna sit here and ask her if she black anyway. Like, what kind of goofball business do you niggas be on? Like, why would you clearly she's not black. Like, I'm sorry, but black people need to grow a spine. We need to start setting down boundaries and telling people you don't have a choice but to follow what I said. That is that. Start telling these people you're not black. That's that. Why are you asking people who are clearly not black if they black or not? Why are you even giving them the option to step into blackness? You shouldn't even be allowing them to do that. Like we got to get to the root cause of the issue. Now, this is my thing. Clearly, black people are beautiful. Our hairstyles are beautiful. So I'm not mad at you bitches for wanting to imitate us because, I mean, if I was you, I'd want to be me as well. So I can't even be mad at you, right? This is the funny thing, right? My brother said something that was like so profound. He said that blackness has never been forced on anyone, but everybody wants to participate in it anyway, right? And that was so profound to me because it's so true. The only reason anybody participates in whiteness is because it has been forced on us, right? So I speak English. Why? Because white people abducted my ancestors from Africa and forced them to speak English, made it illegal for them to speak they whatever languages, right? That's why people participate in whiteness, because they are forced to, not because they see any beauty in it, right? But on the other hand, nobody is ever forced to participate in blackness, yet they always signing up to anyway, because they just see the inherent beauty in it, right? So when my brother said that, it was so profound, okay? And that gets me back to my point. You see black women straightening their hair and stuff because those are the things that are forced on us. Like I've told you guys before, I went to a job interview, they looked me dead in my eyes and said, oh, sorry, no dreadlocks and no cornrows. So they make it illegal for us to wear our own hair. And it gets to the point where we literally have to wear their hair in order to assimilate. Nobody looks at whiteness and says, oh, that's beautiful, I'm going to participate in that. No, they force us into that, right? On the other hand, whoever forced any of you non-black bitches to be wearing box braids and gelling down your edges? Didn't nobody make you motherfucking do that, yet you're doing it anyway, right? Isn't that so deep? Y'all want to know what the most like rakuku part of it all is? It's the fact that y'all will sit here and play in my face. Because my thing is this, okay, you're dumb. So yeah, okay, like that works for you. Cool. but you know I'm not dumb. So why would you attempt to play in my face like I am, right? It's so funny because whenever I call something like this out, I'll get a number of comments from goofballs talking about race is not genetic. It's just a social thing. It's a social construct. So blackness is always changing, so and so and so, yada, yada, yada. So basically anybody can be black. And it's so funny because I went to go donate blood at the Red Cross yesterday, right? And I promise you this, I swear before God, I should have taken a picture of it. But if you go donate blood at the Red Cross, you will see this, right? They make you read through this, like this pamphlet of stuff. And in that thing, it said, please specify your race today, because there are more than 600 antigens that cause blood types. And, you know, certain antigens are more or less common in certain demographics. And then it literally said, for example, African Americans and people of African descent tend to be U negative and Duffy negative. And it helps when people receive blood if the person they're receiving it from is as similar to them as possible. So they said, please check your race. So do you think I can go in there and say, well, golly gee, race is a social construct. I think I'll check Asian. That's how I'm feeling today. That's not how it works, you goofball. So you telling me that the Red Cross, okay, the folks that be like, baby, they be driving that blood, okay? You telling me that the Red Cross sat here and said, oh yeah, race has some genetic basis to it, clearly. Different races tend to have different antigens in their blood, and it'll help more if somebody who receives blood gets it from somebody of the same race, because, you know, it's more likely to be more similar, right? You telling me the Red Cross said that, but I'm supposed to listen to your dumb ass who can't have read and write, don't know what a motherfucking cell is. You just look genotype and phenotype up on Google, and I'm supposed to listen to your dumb ass when you tell me that race is a social construct and anybody can motherfucking be black. Like, what? And then you gotta get into how harmful this is for actual black people, right? Because, you know, I talk about how this harms us in terms of things like representation in media and, you know, access to scholarships and stuff. Because, you know, this goofy bitch, she gonna be applying to college talking about she's black and taking up black scholarships and stuff like that, right? I talk about it in that capacity, but can we talk about how it is so harmful to us in the healthcare setting? Years ago, I signed up to be a bone marrow donor, but I never ended up doing it. Like, I don't know if I ever completely finished the process or what, right? But my point was this: when I signed up, they were like, thank you so much. We need more black donors because bone marrow transplants are better if they're between people of the same race, right? So you telling me, imagine this woman donating bone marrow and saying, dog diggity, I am a nigger too, I wade in the water. And then they gonna give that bullshit to a black person who's probably gonna have some adverse reaction to it, or it's not gonna go as well as it could have, you know, as it could have gone or whatever, right? All because we sitting here pretending that any stray dog is black. And it's so crazy because it be black people encouraging this stupid shit. And I say this all the time. Black people go so hard to defend non-black people's pretend blackness because, quite frankly, that's what a lot of black people wish blackness was. A lot of black people hate blackness. And it's not surprising because we live in a white supremacist world that tells us that everything about our blackness is inferior, right? So you end up with a lot of black people who would love if blackness was whiteness or Asianness or biracialness or whatever. And that's why they go so hard to pretend that these groups are black. If you are black and you're one of the types of people who would come under this video and say, oh, well, blackness comes in all shades, so this Asian woman is black too. How you gonna tell her she ain't black? You ain't seen her family tree. Oh, Flower Tower, you must secretly be an immigrant because that's not how black Americans consider blackness, so and so and so, yada, yada, yada. If you one of those black people, then I hope you realize that you are actively harming black people in more ways than one.